I think Sony is the last one, like every year. So
We live on my channel.
Okay, so we're going live in five, four, three, two, one.
I think Sony is the last one, like every year. So
We live on my channel.
Okay, so we're going live.
What's going on, everybody in my stream?
What is up, everybody? It is Nia Pierce, editor in chief at SheaTech.com, and we're going to be doing a boss lair tonight. Of course, we're going to be doing it live, like we've been doing it for a little while now. But before we go ahead and delve into these topics, let me go ahead and introduce my panel members. So, of course, we've got my right hand woman and my left hand woman. So, Erica, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Let them know what's going on with you, what you've been gaming on, and things of that nature.
What's going on, everyone? Sorry, Nia, I almost cut into your intro. I didn't mean to do that.
We have
My
like a
bad.
little music intro that goes, so that goes, and then we talk.
Oh, okay, so I'm good then. All right,
Yeah.
so what's going on, everyone? This is Erica, aka Eric Cuts for the Win. What have I been up to? I've just been working and playing games whenever I can. I recently just rage quit The Surge.
Oh my God, I've been watching your break, like it's so funny because I've been, I follow you on Twitter, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I've just been watching like. I feel like the 5 stages of grief almost with like every Twitter post that's about the surge. And it's so funny because before that game came out, I was actually gonna like try and buy it. And I was like, man, this looks really cool. Like, I'm not really into like the Souls type games, or like those types of games. But because I'm such a big fan of like sci-fi stuff, I was considering buying the game. But over time, I kept watching your Twitter feed, and I'm just like, this is interesting.
Dude, it's a very stressful game. Let me just put
Yeah.
it that way. Very stressful. So yeah, I'm taking a maybe long extended break, maybe forever. I don't know. I got to the last boss, and I just realized like this is impossible. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So I went back to Horizon Zero Dawn last night. So I'm having fun with that, and that's pretty much it. I play like Mario Kart here and there, but for the most part, I've just been trying to like finish games and
Yeah.
so that way this backlog could kind of slim down a little bit. But yeah, that's what I've been up to, pretty much.
Yeah. I feel you. All right, so let's go ahead and introduce Jaleesa. Jaleesa, go ahead and let the people know who you are, where they can find you, what you've been gaming on, and things like that.
what's going on, everybody? This is your girl Jaleesa, aka Crunk Girl from YouTube. Um, Team lead for SheAttack.com. What have I been playing? I've been playing stories. The Path of Destinies.
Oh, I
That's
want that
awesome.
game. I want that game
It
so
was
bad.
a game that I downloaded off the PlayStation Plus. So you know how when you just download them, just download them, and then
Yeah.
you like go back and be like, let me play this or let me play that. So I've been playing that. That game is freaking fun. It is that game is just so much fun. And I like the way that the every time you beat it, it goes back to the beginning and you start over again. I like that. I've been playing some For Honor. Really liking that game. What else have I been playing? I've been playing something else that I can't think of. Oh, I started the PlayStation game for this month, Killing Floor 2. I started that game last night. I ain't really get too much into it. I just played the training, but I'm gonna try and play that this weekend. So that's really most of what I've been playing. And I took a break from Persona because I got to a boss. And me and Erica, me and you in the same boat. It wasn't the final boss, but yeah, that joint was kicking my butt. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give this game a break because the boss is
Yeah,
just kicking my
sometimes
butt.
that helps, just taking a little break.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a week break and then I'll come back to it. So yeah, because I'm like on the sixth or seventh palace, sixth or the seventh. Like it's kind of far into the game. I'm almost 115 hours into the game, I believe. Probably more than that.
Damn,
Into what game?
Persona 5.
Oh, nice.
that's a
Awesome.
lot of
Yeah, I got like
hours.
almost 15 hours.
You going in.
Nia, you already know what it is with Persona, so
For sure, for sure.
it's 100 hour type of game. I think even Black Bond playing that game. Yo, I saw him. He beat it in I think 160 hours.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So yeah, that game takes a lot of hours to beat. You ain't beating that game in like no week. It's impossible unless you like don't go to work or don't go to sleep.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's crazy.
But other than that, that's what I've been doing, man.
I feel you. Well, you guys know who I am, but I guess just to kind of give you a little bit of what's been going on with me, as far as games and stuff is concerned, I've just been playing a lot of Black Desert Online on the PC side of things. Of course, a lot of Mario Kart as far as the Nintendo side of things is concerned. And I actually recently picked up Zelda again, did some more side questing and things like that, because I feel like that game took up so much of my life that I needed to go and play other games. So like I finally came back to it. So I just kind of been in a mood to just kind of do like some big, huge open world thing. So what better way to do that than with Zelda and games like Black Desert Online and MMO, stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I've been gaming on here lately. And as far as our topics for tonight, you guys already know E3 is next week. So of course we have to come on here and tell you guys what we expect from E3 and what we think is going to be shown at E3. And so that the way we're going to frame this is we're just going to go frame by frame by, who's going to be presenting, what we think they're going to show and things like that. So let's go ahead and delve into it. So to those of you guys who've been living under a rock, this is how E3 is going to go. So EA is actually going to be going first tomorrow, you guys. Tomorrow, Saturday, they're going to be going live at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So that's noon Pacific time. You can convert it to your own time because it will take forever for me to convert it for everybody else's time. So just do the math. Microsoft is then going on Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Bethesda is going to also be going Sunday at 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is really, really late. That's actually really, really late.
Very late.
Surprisingly, Devolver Digital is going to be having their own publisher show, and that's like one of the best like indie publishers out there, like period. Like Devolver Digital is killing it right now, and their show is going to be at 10 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're interested in any Devolver Digital things and you're on like Central time and Eastern time, you're going to have to wait up a little bit late for that. Ubisoft is going to start us off on Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and then Sony is going to end us off on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then Nintendo's Digital Spotlight is going to be the following Tuesday on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So those are all of the times for you. So let's go ahead and go down the line. So of course you all know EA, that's where Jaleesa is gonna, she's gonna actually be one of the ones that watches it. A lot of people pass on EA, and I don't have a problem watching EA stuff because EA does have stuff aside from sports games. Y'all need to stop with that. They do have stuff to show aside from, because people are always like, what do you want to see EA for? They're just gonna show you the same stuff.
It's just
like
Madden.
Like y'all gotta stop that.
Madden
EA is
and FIFA.
Right, like EA is one of the biggest publishers out here, fam. Like you got to give them some credit. Like they have other stuff to show. So we're gonna first start with our predictions, and we're gonna do this just kind of like open forum. We're not gonna do a roundtable style. What do you guys predict? This is not your wish list, but what do you predict that we're gonna see at EA's portion of the show?
Madden and FIFA.
Oh my lord.
Nah, I'll go first, I guess. Of course, those are gonna be there. But I think Madden is using the Frostbite engine now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious, like how that's gonna look. And for me, it's all about like the Star Wars stuff. Like I was saying to you guys earlier before we started. What is gonna come besides Battlefront? Because Battlefront we know is gonna, it's gonna have more content. We kind of know what to expect though, as far as like how it looks. I want to see the other games, like the Amy Hennig game. I want to see what's doing with that. And then there's kind of some rumors about a new Dragon Age. So I want to see, I want to see if that's a thing. And then there's like, I don't know if they'd show it. It might be too early, but BioWare has another game too they're working on.
No,
so
it's been confirmed that I think they're going to show that. That some people already leaked that that's actually is going to be on Microsoft's stage, I believe.
The BioWare thing? I want to know what that is. Like the new IP they're making?
The Project Dylan or whatever it's called?
I want to know what that is.
Yeah, I think they said it's like their version of Destiny or something.
Yeah. Well, they're calling it the Destiny Killer.
I
Yeah.
heard. I want to see it. Like, I want to see. To be honest, I mean, it's as huge as Destiny was. If like they could come out with something that's better than Destiny and market it right, I mean, it could be toe to toe with Destiny.
Wow,
I mean, keep it funky. It could.
Yeah.
It could.
But I kind of went into like wish mode right now. But let's stick to I guess what we expect. Need for Speed's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Need for Speed. I don't want to take everything. Jaleesa, help me out. What else you got?
Well, I expected Need for Speed just because they put it out early. Need for Speed, they already.
Right.
I wish they wouldn't have. I wish they would have kept it a surprise. I wish they would have kept it a surprise, but Need for Speed obviously is gonna be there. We all know Madden's gonna be there, FIFA's gonna be there. NBA Live 18 actually is gonna come out this year. I actually want to see that game, even though people are gonna trash it, but I want to see it. What else? What? Maybe some Mass Effect, maybe DLC.
Ooh, I don't know.
We may see some. We may see a new Battlefield expansion. We may see a new Battlefield.
That's plausible. I could see that happening.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I think maybe for Battlefield and for Titanfall too, they may get a new expansion.
Yeah.
I know for sure Battlefield probably is going to get one. And they're probably going to do what they did last year when they did the 64-player joint live. I think they're probably going to do that for Battlefield. I mean, not Battlefield, Battlefront 2.
Watch them release on the same day, the Battlefield and the Titanfall, like when they released the actual games. So close together. It's like they're going to do it now with the DLC.
Oh my God. They killed Titanfall. Oh my, I'm still mad at them for that. Why you bring that up?
Also, I think they're going to show maybe one new IP, one smaller title like they did with Unravel. I think
I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I don't know what else they may bring back because they brought back Mirror's Edge one year, so
yeah,
I'm expecting them to bring maybe something new, not really new, but kind of old title back. I don't know what, but we'll see. But that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to, but I'm expecting them to show. And then plus FIFA, we'll see maybe a new character mode or something. I mean, a new campaign for that. And I forgot. They're supposed to be showing a new campaign mode for Madden this year. So they actually might show that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to see? Like, what is on your EA wish list?
I already mentioned one, which is Dragon Age. That's one. Like I said, I want to see the other Star Wars stuff. What else? I'm trying to think. You might have to come back to me, but those are kind of like the top two.
Jaleesa, what do you want to see? Like, what is your wish list for EA?
I want to see the Frostbite engine in action with Madden.
Is this the first time they're gonna put Madden and all the sports games on Frostbite?
No,
you just want to see the new iteration.
Last year, FIFA was on Frostbite and NHL was on Frostbite.
Yeah.
This year, I thought NBA Live was going to be on Frostbite, but they're still on the same engine as they were before, the Ignite engine. So I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah.
So I want to see that. The new Need for Speed. I want to see if they fixed what was wrong with the last one, because I was disappointed. In the Amy Hennig game, I'm really ready to see that. I want to see what she's been working on since I think 2013 when she left Naughty Dog and went to EA.
It's time.
It's time, because she showed some gameplay before, but it was like little sporadic little gameplay or whatever, and it wasn't really much. And it just showed her like at a computer and telling people to do this and do that. And it wasn't really. I was like, why did you show that?
Yeah.
I was kind of mad when they did that. So it's about time that Amy Hennig show what she's been working on.
Yeah. As far as me and EA is concerned, they pretty much ruined the things that I cared about. Because you remember how last year I was like, man, I want to see Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
This year it's like, dang, we didn't got Mass Effect, and they kind of ruined it. So it's like, I don't really have anything to look forward to for EA this year. Kind of what my kind of thought process right now is what they show is what they show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really interested to figure out what the real BioWare team's been working on, not like that C tier, D tier team that worked on Mass Effect. Like, what is the A tier BioWare team working on? That's what I want to see. Like, what is this Destiny killer supposed to be about? Because, you know, I'm into games like that as long as they have some substance, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, what they gonna show? I would be interested in a new Dragon Age. Like, you know, that's something that I would like to see from them. Hopefully they don't Mass Affect it, but you know, hey,
Oh,
it is
don't
what
say
it
that.
is. It is
They
what
better
it
not.
is. Because you know how I go. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on. So let's move on to Microsoft then. So we're just going down the list on order of who's going. Microsoft is setting themselves up in a position to where pretty much all eyes are on Microsoft right now. If you guys have been keeping up with Boss Lair up to this point, you know that we've had some very interesting things to say about Microsoft, especially Erica. So, and it's not no negative like berating them type of stuff like that, but it's kind of like what in the world are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like they pretty much got to pay what they weigh at this point. And you know, supposedly they're going to be actually unveiling the Scorpio this year, which is fine. It's all well and good. But like what games they bring in, you know what I'm saying? And then like recently on Twitter, Phil Spencer said that they actually have a little bit more that they wanted to show. So they will actually be going over that 90-minute limit that they had previously to actually show some more stuff. So we're going to do this roundtable style because I'm sure y'all got a little bit more to say about the big three in general. What do you predict, Jaleesa, they're going to show at E3 this year?
She's muted.
Oh,
there she goes. There she goes.
I'll go first. I want to see the actual box itself. I'm tired of the chip. I know we're gonna see the box. I want to see new IPs from Microsoft. I'm thinking they're gonna show at least 2 new IPs. I'm ready to see Crackdown. I hope Crackdown is.
I hope Crackdown is good.
Yeah, I hope Crackdown is dope.
That's all I want.
And maybe a new Fable, maybe. Even though I'm not a fan of Fable, I still want to see how a next gen Fable will look.
Well, what do you think they're gonna show?
I think they're gonna show Forza. I think they're gonna show maybe a Sea of Thieves. I think they're gonna show. It's so hard with they're gonna show the box. We're gonna learn about the box finally.
How much you think it's gonna be?
I'm still saying $4.99.
Ooh. All right.
I'm still saying it may be $4. If they go $3.99, that's a big deal. If they $400, so we'll see.
All right. What about you, Erica?
Where do we even begin? What do I expect to see? We're gonna see all the games that we know about, obviously, like Crackdown, like you said, Sea of Thieves, which I think is gonna be delayed, but I'd put money on that. What else? State of Decay 2, Cuphead, which my wish is that it goes live that day. It's like, okay, it's ready to download right now, and then you know they just leave it at that. So that's like my wish list part. If not, then like it has to come out like the end of that month or next month or something. What else? They're gonna, like you said, they're gonna show the console, the name, the price. I'm going with $3.99. I think they have to take a little loss on it just to be competitive, because if they don't and they go at $4.99, they're gonna be possibly $150 more than the PS4, the original, right? And then I think 100 more. Wait. No, I think it's 150 more. That it could be more than the Pro.
Yeah, the Pro is like $350.
Because they're gonna drop the price on the Pro. You know that's gonna happen.
$250.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think they have to try for that $3.99. That would be a huge bomb. What else? That's kind of like the main stuff. I think they have some surprises. I think they're gonna show some new IPs. I just don't know what. And they're supposed to show Assassin's Creed on their stage. So I'm curious about that game. I want to see how it looks on Scorpio, if they can, you know, show us. I mean, I know it's kind of hard to, what's the word? Like translate that over a live stream. Like it's hard for us to kind of see the differences.
Like what's the big deal about the graphics over
Yeah, it's kind of hard when
live?
you're not in person or whatever, but
Yeah.
they got to do their best to show us the differences and how beautiful it is and be really clear about things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good start, I guess. That's what I got.
Yeah. I'm pretty much in agreement with you guys. I think that for the most part, we're because people are like, well, I don't want them to show Crackdown and Sea of Thieves because we already know those games are coming, and it's like, yeah, we know that there's games are coming, but like, thank you, honey, but thank you, sweetheart. Will you bring me a spoon, please?
Just trying. Keep angry.
Okay.
Look at Nia trying to show off. What did he bring you?
Trying to show he brought me a milkshake. I wasn't expecting that. That's a
Ooh,
nice
milkshake.
surprise. So, but the thing about it is that Microsoft hasn't been very transparent with what the gameplay. Like we know Crackdown is a thing, but we've yet to see gameplay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they actually need to show us these games. What I think they also will show, I think that they will throw us a bone with some new IPs. Whether or not they're going to be AAA or not just kind of remains to be seen because, it seems like with Microsoft, they haven't really been showing us any really big AAA new IPs. I mean, like they've done things like Rise, which I thought was a good first step. But I really wouldn't say that that's like the next big thing. I wouldn't say it's like the next Halo, for example. Like they did Sunset Overdrive, which was actually one of my favorite games this generation. But as great as that game was, it's not really their like. And when I say next big thing, I don't mean like the scale of the game. I mean, it doesn't seem like they're trying to make these games like a franchise, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you can tell when there's a game that's a new IP that's kind of like a one and done, then you can kind of tell if this is something that they're actually trying to make like a franchise. Like to kind of like, I hate to compare like consoles and stuff like that because people, like whatever, but like a good a good example would be Horizon Zero Dawn. Like the way that Sony marketed that game, you could tell that they were really trying to propel her to stand tall next to people like Nathan Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like with Microsoft, they do not yet have that killer app, that game where the mascot or whoever in the game stands tall with like Master Chief or Marcus Phoenix. And I think that at E3 this year, I can't even really say that they're gonna do that either. Right. I feel like they're gonna show some new stuff, but I don't know if it's gonna be like kind of the first step into a storied franchise. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It might be some more stuff like Ori, which is great. Stuff
I didn't even mention that. That was another one. That's a good one. But yeah, go ahead.
That said though, any new IP is good.
Oh, they're gonna get.
I just think that they need to invest in things that are gonna be like story. Like even like Nintendo, the person who doesn't really make new IPs has made new IPs in the last like 2 years that they're trying to build up to be like actual franchise games. It's like Microsoft got to step it up too. So that's what it is. So
I believe that too. I'm wholeheartedly believe.
Yeah, you're right about that. Because like you think about Horizon Zero Dawn, like you said, even before the game came out, you could already like know that there's going to be a sequel or there's going to be a lot of Sony's like presence behind it to push it. You know what I mean? And it's like,
especially
yeah, and it's like who's going to stand next to Master Chief? I don't know. Like
I don't know, man. I think other than they don't have like any like I feel like a memorable character from another type of game other than Halo and Gears. So it's kind of hard, but they got to do it. They're gonna have to. They have no choice. Like I thought Titanfall was gonna be that game for them, but they didn't have exclusive rights to it. So I don't know. We'll see. They have to have something for their actual fans. That's something that pertains to them, but they also need games for people who don't like drivers and shooters. They need something different. They need to have some variety.
Like some action adventure games, that would be hot right now.
Yeah, they're trying. I understand they're trying because they did try other games like Cuphead. That's one game that I think everybody is excited to see. Where the hell is that damn game? Where is it?
I tweet every
Cuphead.
month. I just remind everybody we still don't have a release date. Always
Cuphead, you
tweeting
know
that.
what would be fantastic if Cuphead dropped Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be
That
crazy.
would be dope.
That would be dope.
That would be dope. Now, I want to respond to this person before we move on to Bethesda. This person said in the chat, Sunset Overdrive, Rise, Dead Rising 3, Killer Instinct, Titanfall in the first year. I feel like no matter what Microsoft does, people are going to bash. Now, I feel you, because the reason why I bought my Xbox when I had one was for Sunset Overdrive. It is not me bashing them their new IPs. They've done some new IPs. I give them credit for that. But like I mentioned before, they're not trying to turn them into franchises. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just like one and done. Here's a new experience, but we're going to move on to the next one instead of, okay, well, we're going to make Sunset Overdrive our next big Microsoft thing. Or let's make Rise, you know, this next big thing and give this man a sequel so that he can go on to be our next new mascot. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
And I think that's actually one of the things we talked about. I think maybe it was either the last boss layer or the boss layer before, is that Microsoft doesn't go out of their way to try to actually build franchises. That's the problem. And like, in any time you are in a situation where you're just getting marketing rights to an IP or you're paying to publish an IP, like, that's great. Bring all of those games to your system, like, that's great. But in the long run, you're not helping yourself, because you're having to basically start over every generation because you haven't cemented those IPs as yours.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Very
Exactly.
true.
That's the big deal.
And I'm thinking we may also see a new studio from them, which is what they desperately
They
need.
really need that.
Own first party studios that they can build with their own IPs that they don't have to go to third party to build.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing Sony doesn't have a problem with.
Yeah.
They've never had an issue when it comes to having first party studios. And the
And
thing
that's another thing. They need more studios.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're not down on Microsoft. We're not. Like, we want Microsoft to do good. Believe me, we do. We want everybody to do good. But everybody
Right.
doesn't have like an A+ in the book right now. It's some Microsoft fans that I know that aren't satisfied at the moment.
Right.
So they've been waiting on Scorpio to come out because they're like, yo, what is Microsoft doing? Because all we've been seeing is freaking controllers. I mean, it's the truth.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
If you're not a Halo Wars fan and you haven't been playing like any other small indie titles this year, they really haven't had anything to play except for the third-party games that came out for everybody and the stuff that came out last year.
Right. And like I said before, I'm not trying to take anything away from Microsoft, because Microsoft has some really good IPs coming into the generation. I don't ever want to, like, this is the first time in forever, or ever really, that I even looked Microsoft's way. And the reason why is because they had some good games, but the IPs have not lived alongside of their other big games. That's really all I'm saying about that. Now we just beating a dead horse, so we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to Bethesda. Anybody got anything to say about? I don't follow Bethesda, to be honest with you, so I have like nothing to say about Bethesda. What my predictions or wish list? I have like nothing to say about Bethesda.
I do.
All right, go and talk
Go
about
for
it.
it.
Go ahead, the floor is yours.
I already know. I pray. New Wolfenstein. Well, Wolfenstein, the last one they came out with is so good. Like, I beat it this year, but the only thing is they had a bug. I think it's a bug in the game because my PS4, like, I got to the last boss and my joint like hit an error.
Ooh.
So I didn't get the trophy for beating the game. And then when I went back and tried to upload from cloud, it sent me back like 13 stages.
Oh,
So-
that sucks.
Yep. So you know your girl is not about to play that game.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm not. That joint made me so mad. I almost broke my controller. But Wolfenstein, yes, I want to see that. I got a feeling we may get a new Evil Within.
That would make a lot of
I keep
people
hearing
happy.
about that.
Yeah,
I
I
keep
think
hearing about that. Is there like a little rumor or something floating around?
Nah, I just think it's about time for them to bring a new one out. Just with same thing with Wolfenstein. I think it's about time that we get a new one. And I think as the I don't know, man. It's about I think we talked about this on the Double XP podcast. Shouts out to Fame and Mama Cedar and Nick, Nicodemus X. But it's about time for a new what you call it? Was it not Skyrim, but
Elder Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls. It's about because Elder Scrolls usually comes out every 6 years. You know they haven't had an Elder Scrolls since when?
I think
Skyrim.
2011. Was that 2011?
Skyrim.
I think so.
Skyrim came out 2011?
I think 2011.
Yeah, it's about time. It's about time for a new one.
Yeah, I want at least a teaser for that.
Yeah, you're right.
That would get me
2011,
hype.
November 11th, 2011.
Yeah, I remember because I was a huge social reject. I was playing that game like nonstop that winter, so I remember clearly. But yeah, I'm with you on that.
I was reminded that they come out at least every 6 to 7 years because I forgot when Oblivion came out, but Skyrim came out in 2011, and it's about time for a new one. If they bring that out, man,
It's gonna
I
be
don't
so
know.
hype. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
they might
hyped.
shut down the whole E3 with just one game, like they did with Fallout. So we'll see.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of people. They really hold Bethesda really high, so they have the potential to like win E3 for a lot of fans. Like they could
They did
do
it with Fallout.
damage if they want. Yeah, and another thing they're probably gonna do is like some VR stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard
some people in
Skyrim
my
was-
chat they're saying the Fallout 4 VR, but there's also the Doom VR that
Yeah, I
they
heard
kind of
Doom-
like they hinted towards that in the past. So like that could definitely happen. But as far as anything else, I'm trying to think.
I don't follow Bethesda, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was just a huge Skyrim fan. Other than that, like I don't really play a lot of their games, but I know that a lot of people are going to be hype if they announce these. So,
That's what's up.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. So moving on to Ubisoft. What do you guys expect to see from Ubisoft? What do you want to see from Ubisoft?
What do I expect? Well, like we said before, Assassin's Creed, of course. They're gonna show Far Cry. They're gonna show that. They're probably gonna show Splinter Cell because Splinter Cell is like
Oh my goodness!
it's all but confirmed, right? I mean,
Yeah, I feel like it might as well be confirmed.
I mean, well, they did the trademark or whatever, and I think that was this week for that game, and yeah, there's rumors that it's gonna be like a timed exclusive for like Microsoft, but then I heard it's gonna be on Sony's stage, which would be a huge thing. I don't know if that's true though. It's just rumors, but whatever system it arrives on first or whatever, I think this game is coming. What else? Ubisoft. Just Dance.
Would
I'll
y'all
be
be down for a
there.
Division
Yeah.
2 or nah?
Division 2?
Would you be down for a Division 2?
I did not like the first one, so I
I'm not
don't.
gonna lie, I didn't either, fam. It's cool, but like, if
If the enemies aren't huge sponges, maybe I'll check it out. It doesn't make
I
sense to
played,
put in
like-
like 3 clips into a guy who's in street clothes. It doesn't make any sense.
bruh.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like, but other than that, I don't know what else you guys think.
Man, I don't know. When it comes down to Ubisoft, they're kind of a wild card. A lot, like you're gonna see Assassin's Creed, like that's a given. What else what IP do they have that you guarantee to see? You guarantee to see Just Dance.
Oh,
but like with
I know one. South Park.
South
There you
Park.
go. Somebody said it.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
y'all just go.
You know, Jaleesa
Oh,
wasn't
my
gonna let
name.
you sit on that one. But like when it comes down to Ubisoft though, like they always got something new to show. Like I respect them for that. Like they always got some new heat. So like I just expect to see like just new IPs. Like they working on something new. I know it. So
They're gonna bring, like I say this every year, and they always prove me right. They're gonna show at least 2 new IPs, and they're gonna at least bring back one old IP. Now, one year they brought back last year they brought back Ghost Recon. The year before that, they brought back Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six. They brought that back.
Oh, I love that game. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they brought that back 2 years ago, and I think
Yeah.
this year it's gonna be Splinter Cell. They're gonna. I tell people that every year I'm right. They do it. It's like clockwork.
Mhm.
What else? I'm so looking forward to South Park. I got that game pre-ordered. I've had that game pre-ordered for almost a year.
South Park, yeah.
Since last E3. Like
Do you
Stupid
think-
Truth. That's my joint.
You think that's a good release date though in October?
We'll see. I mean, the first game was really good, and it was a sleeper. So I don't know, man. We're just gonna have to see. And I think they may. I don't know if they gonna do it, but I would love to see them bring a Child of Light too.
Yes.
I like the first one. The first one is really
Yes.
good.
They need to make a Child of Light too. I'm glad you reminded me of that.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think one more that I heard through the grapevine was a Devil May Cry. I
Ubisoft?
heard. I don't know. Yeah, I heard.
Ubisoft?
Yeah.
They don't make Devil
No,
May
yeah,
Cry.
I was like, I
They
wouldn't
do,
be
don't they?
there. Nuh-uh.
I thought Platinum made Devil
No,
May
no,
Cry.
no. My bad. That's Capcom. I'm sorry.
I was like, wait a minute.
Capcom. I had to
Like what? Like have I been
I was
lied
thinking
to?
about it, and I'm like, I heard that was coming, but I don't know where to throw that in at, so I just threw that in. But yeah, trying to think, they may show some more For Honor DLC, which since that game is doing pretty good, because they just came out with season 2, like I think maybe a couple weeks ago.
I heard it's like
Yeah.
super impossible to level up all the way. Like, is that
Yeah.
still a thing? They should fix that.
I don't know.
You gotta play like hundreds and hundreds of hours or something? I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting off topic, but they should fix
One
that.
game I would love to see them bring back, but I don't think they're ever going to, because like people told me 20 million times, and I still don't want to believe it, that Assassin's Creed took it over. But I would want to see a Prince of Persia come back.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
But I
want
don't
that.
think it will, because Assassin's Creed I think Assassin's Creed is like the game that took over.
I feel like there's room for both though.
I wish it was.
I
Because
get
they,
both.
like, I like Prince of Persia's art style. You know what I'm saying? Shell shaded.
Because like they could take completely different like
Oh.
directions. Like this, like, you know?
And one more that I heard about. One more I heard about through the grapevine. New Rayman.
No, I don't care about that.
New Rayman.
I heard that
New
too.
Rayman.
I already know the King of
Rayman was
Platform
dope.
is back this year. I don't care about that.
I thought Rayman was dope, man.
I mean, Rayman is cool, but I'm just saying, like, the King of Platformers coming back this year. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about
Because we
that.
haven't had a new
Shots
Rayman.
fired.
Look, look, Rayman, the last one came out in 2013.
Yeah, I feel you.
So
I wouldn't mind new Rayman. I'm just messing with you.
Just play the
I
one on the
was Child of
Switch.
Light, though. I really want a Child of Light, because that was a really good game.
Child of Light was great. I really did. I never finished it, but I did like the game. All right, so let's move on to Sony predictions, wish list. What do you want to see? Who went first last time? I think Jaleesa, you went
I think
first
it
last
was
time,
me.
right?
Oh no,
Was
I
it
don't
you?
remember. Go for it, Jaleesa.
Yeah, Jaleesa, you go.
What I think we're going to see. Of course, I think Insomniac already put on Twitter that they're going to be at E3. So we,
Oh, Spider-Man.
yes sir,
Yep.
Spider-Man should be there, and we should see actual gameplay footage of the game. I don't know if we're gonna get a release date or a release window. I'm hoping it comes out this year, but I know Knack 2 is gonna be there. Yes, I'm a fan of Knack.
Womp.
We'll get in.
Womp
I
womp.
love Knack. I'll give anybody any type of money if they can beat their game on hard, die less than 20 times. For real.
Sometimes games are hard because they're just not.
No, it's not
Properly
good.
They're cheap.
But you know, I'm just saying that is a thing.
Nah, that game was alright, man. I love it. The story was trash though. The story was not good, but the actual gameplay, nobody under 10 is beating that game. It's not like a child game where you be like, I'm gonna give it to my little cousin to play, and they're not beating that. I think Sucker Punch. I got a feeling Sucker Punch is gonna be there, and they're gonna show their new IP, because I've already heard that it's not. It has nothing to do with Infamous. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
brand
Good.
new IP.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah, I love that. Sucker, I like Sucker Punch, but I thought it was time to leave the Infamous world alone. So
Yeah, that franchise never interested me.
I
I
actually
mean, did that franchise really take off though? Like, I know a lot of people like it, but did it really just kind of like,
nah, it sold
you
pretty
know?
well. Infamous was
I mean, I liked Infamous to be honest. Like, I played Infamous 2 on the PS3. I liked it. You know, I know some
yeah,
people have their issues with it, but I actually liked it. So,
and
mhm.
the one that they did with the vampires, that one did really good. The little DLC they did with the vampires, that was dope too. But they're
Friends.
bringing a new IP, which I think is great. I keep hearing through the grapevine and some leaks and stuff like that that From Software, Erica, that's you right there. From
That Bloodborne
I'm
card.
listening. I'm listening.
Erica,
I
that
don't know.
Bloodborne card is real. Bloodborne card.
You know what? Low key, I kind of want to play that. I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
lie.
I
I'm
don't
not
know
gonna
if
lie.
I keep hearing it is, but I don't think it is. I think it may be something new because they already said they didn't want to do
Yeah,
another one.
it's rumored it's a new IP.
Yeah,
Now
it's rumored it's
that's
new.
yeah.
I was hoping that they would bring back Demon Souls because Dark Souls took off. So Demon Souls is the one that started all the whole Soul series. So
Right.
I would think that they would maybe try to bring that back since it's popular now to be hard. A hard game is popular now.
That's true. That's true. That's fun. You know, it's always fun. Not to cut you off. It's always funny how, for certain like generations, how a particular genre of game just kind of like hoists into like popularity. You know, like
Yeah.
one gen is platformers, the next gen is fighters, maybe the next gen is something else. I just think that's it's interesting to see stuff like that kind of take off. You know.
Hmm. And one more thing before Erica goes, I think we're going to see. I just slipped my mind. Gran Turismo because I think Gran Turismo is supposed to come out this summer, so I know they got to show it. Um, of course, we're gonna see all of the third party that Sony has. We're gonna see all of those. We're gonna see
Yeah.
Destiny. We're
Destiny.
gonna see Battlefront. We're gonna see we may see Far Cry. I don't know. I think because they got
It's a new Far Cry. Oh yeah, that's right. The new
they
Far Cry.
got the third party deal for that. So I
Yeah.
know for sure they're gonna
We can
show.
talk about that during Ubisoft's thing. I forgot about the new Far Cry.
Now Erica brought it up about Far
Oh, my bad.
Nia
Um,
doesn't listen to me. It's okay.
Sorry, sorry.
So all of that, and then
Yeah.
Call of Duty, and I think for once, well, at least after Black Ops 3, people really wasn't paying attention. But now that it's going back to World War II again, everybody is excited again for Call of Duty. So we all know that that's gonna be on stage.
That's hilarious, right?
Yeah, I mean it's
How
what the people
hilarious is
wanted.
that? It took one bad call, like one like legit bad, not just people pretending to be mad at Call of Duty. Like a legit bad Call of Duty came out. Now all of a sudden everybody want to go back. It's like the Call of Duty fan base is so fickle, bruh. Like one minute they're like, I want something new. I'm tired of the war stuff, blah 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 blah. Then they try to transition to more not so worry type things and kind of do like some sci-fi stuff, kind of try to venture out. Oh, I don't want this. I want to go back to the war.
I want boots
It's
on the
like,
ground.
boots on the ground. The Call of Duty fan base be wildin'. That's all I would say.
One more thing, because y'all know I like my Japanese RPGs and games
Yeah.
and stuff. John Layden came out this week and said that the Japanese games will have a big impact. So I don't know what that means.
Lots of JRPGs, likely.
Yes. I hope Ni no Kuni is there, or at least in some form, or a release.
That's already been announced, right? Ni no Kuni 2.
Yeah, it's announced,
Yeah.
but I want a release date and some, and some gameplay footage. Because I love that franchise is amazing. That's one of the best RPGs I played last year. Not last year, last generation, other than Persona 4 Golden on the Vita. So I'm really, really excited for Ni no Kuni.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they're gonna bring a whole lot of Japanese games. So,
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Erica? What do you think they're gonna show? What do you want to see?
Jay Lisa like covered a lot of it.
Yeah.
But you forgot God of War. God of War, of course, is gonna be there. Got to see more of that and release date.
I was
Let's
gonna say,
hope.
you think
I think we're gonna get a release date for
We
God
have
of War.
to.
And-
I'm
Next
still
year?
I'm still thinking spring 2018.
me too. I think Spider-Man's gonna drop this year.
I hope it does. I
I hope
hope.
it does.
And then Days Gone too. I don't think you mentioned that one.
I think Days Gone is coming next year.
I
I
did
don't think it's
mention Days
coming this year.
I don't know. I just want to see more. I don't know if I even like the game yet. You know what I mean? Like I need to see more of it. See if
That's
I'm
why I say it's coming
interested.
next year.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's coming next year.
I'm kind of thinking they might not show The Last of Us. I don't
They
know.
may,
It's just
they may save
I
that.
think it's too far out.
yeah. I mean, they
Like,
barely
I can
teased
see
it
them. Yeah,
like at PSX, which was in December, and
yeah.
they're really early in development. So I'm thinking they're just going to show the Uncharted standalone game and just
Oh,
kind of
that's gonna be amazing.
yeah, that's like Naughty Dog's presence, and that's it. I would,
Yeah, I mean,
I want to see The Last of Us. I really want to see it, but I'm kind of
I
starting
think
to
they
lean.
still on The Last of Us till next year.
That
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think it's coming till next. But the thing about it is, if it comes next year, then Days Gone has got to come before it because
That's what I'm
Days Gone is
saying.
kind of in the same kind of vein.
You want to keep that game kind of far away from
Yeah,
The
you
Last of
That's
Us.
true.
games coming out at the same time.
Yeah, I think they
Well,
should
not at the
release
same
it this
time,
year.
And you don't want them two games competing with each other, especially since they're kind of the same type of genre when it comes to zombies and stuff.
Yeah, true.
You don't want them colliding with each other.
I don't know though. Like they're different. I feel like with Days Gone, that's kind of more of like an arcadey shoot 'em up type of thing, and then with The Last of Us, it's more of a survival focus. So that mean there might be
True.
different enough.
Yeah,
But you know how people are. All they see is zombies on the screen.
that's all they showed last time, and it was dope.
Yep.
It was like my man didn't never run out of no clip.
True.
It was like a World War Z kind of
Yeah,
zombie.
yeah.
It's just a huge horde of them,
yeah.
just crazy.
Hideo ain't gonna be there this year, so we know
Oh,
that's
Kojima?
not gonna happen. Kojima, he said that they
Yeah, 'cause they're not gonna be there with the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
they-
glad because that game is so far off. Like we don't need to see that one either.
I didn't think they were gonna show anything last year, but I had a feeling he was gonna be there. But he
Yeah.
showed more than what I thought he was gonna show.
Yeah, true.
Other than that, of course, like you said, From Software. I mean, the dream is Bloodborne 2, but I'm cool with the new IP. I'm curious about it. I want to see it. I think they should remaster Demon Souls at the very least.
You know what? I was gonna say that too.
I've been waiting for that, and they just don't do it. It's like, what the hell? And they're all against backwards compatibility, right? It's like, okay, then
Yeah.
remaster it. Come on, Sony. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It never comes. But I'm curious about this new IP, and I really want to see that if
Yeah.
it's true, and they're gonna be there. I mean, it's got to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think everybody's looking forward to that, seeing what they do after Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
A huge out of left field wish that I want. I don't know if it's through Sony or through whoever. I want a Castlevania game. If that's even possible.
Yeah.
If that's even possible. Yeah.
I thought that franchise was dead.
I said the same thing. And
I
people
want
thought
that.
I was crazy. Ooh, I don't want no Castlevania.
I want it.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to one.
I
I
wouldn't.
just, I just thought it was kind of like on ice. I didn't know what was going on with Castlevania.
It's just
last
a
one didn't do
it's a
good.
random thing that I know it's not gonna happen, but I just
Yep.
threw it out there.
The last one didn't do good from what I remember on I think it was PS3. The last one on PS3.
What was that? Lord was it Lord of Shadows or no?
No, Lord of Shadows 2.
Lord of Shadows 2, that's right.
Yeah.
I actually wanted that game, but I
The
never
first one
like there's
was
a lot
cool.
of games that I wanted, but I never got because I'm poor. But
Yeah.
that's
But
just
what about you,
just-
Nia? Like anything else?
keep it real. As far as me and Sony good right now. Like y'all know I was kind of down on the PlayStation like the first like 2 or 3 years that joint came out, but then after like Ratchet and Clank, I was like, you know what, Sony, whatever issues we had, fam, like we Gucci. And then after that, they just started rapid firing games. Unfortunately, I ain't had the money to go out and buy these games, but I'm Gucci with what I see, so I ain't tripping.
Don't worry, I haven't either. I still want to play Nier.
Yes, I want to play Nier. I want to play Horizon. I still haven't had a chance to pick up Horizon yet. Like, there's a lot of games I want to play, man. But I gotta wait till my money is up, then I just go ham. But as far as me and Sony is concerned, I just want to see more new stuff from them. Like Horizon Zero Dawn was easily one of my most anticipated games. Like when they first announced that joint, like I want to feel like that again from Sony. And like, unlike a lot of people, like I'm not really like that hard up on Sony, to be honest. Like, I acknowledge that they make great games. Like, they're a great company. They always got stuff to show. But like, I think I'm just too old school. Like, a lot of cinematic stuff is kind of lost on me. So I just want like just good, fast, frenetic games. Like, I think that's the reason why I like a lot of Nintendo games, because they like that. But I just want to see something new from Sony, man. Like, I know they gonna show us something new, but for the most part, what I think that I'm gonna see, real quick, M Prime, I'm not gonna get near on PC because that joint is not optimized yet, fam. Like, I've had friends that tried to get near on the PC, and like that joint is so unoptimized. I'm good. I'll wait until they fix it. What was I gonna say? But what I think that really Sony's gonna do this year at E3, I think they're gonna show some new stuff. But for the most part, I think we're just gonna get more gameplay on some stuff we already know. Like, I guess that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, like you kind of know what to expect.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
kind of how I feel.
I know there's a rumor out about Monster Hunter.
Oh, that's right.
Speaking of, I'm glad you mentioned
I
that.
forgot about
there
that.
Was Capcom. This is what I think is happening, y'all. Bear with me. Hold up, y'all know I love Monster Hunter, right?
I
So
know you
this
do.
is what I think is happening right now. Okay, so I saw today on Twitter, Capcom patented Monster Hunter Worlds, and what I pray that this is, and what I hope it is the Monster Hunter Online is getting localized in the West. Capcom, if you ain't done one right thing in your life, I swear to God, bring Monster Hunter Online to the West, okay? Let that be what that is. I swear to God, I will play that all, fam.
I was wondering why you
Damn.
never said it. I'm like, Nia's not going to bring up Monster Hunter?
I was gonna bring it up for Double Cross, but like Monster Hunter, if that's what that, if that's,
Yeah, I know. And then also,
if that's what that is, boys.
and also Activision already said that there's going to be a surprise for Crash. I don't know what that is.
Maybe
We'll
they
see.
actually making a new one instead of just a remaster joint.
I think maybe. Hopefully it
A
is
total like reboot.
the
I
remaster.
think it's gonna be a new game.
Yeah,
like how they did Ratchet and Clank, like just a whole new game. Well, Ratchet and Clank is more of a reimagining. I think Crash is actually gonna get like a new installment.
Yeah, because you know all three Crashes, you know, they drop I think next month. It's already got a release date. The new Crash.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
coming out like really soon.
Yeah. But I think they said they got an announcement at E3, so I'm probably sure that it's gonna be on Sony's stage. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's got to be a new game. It's got to be.
Also, my chat reminded me of something. I want a sequel to The Order 1886.
I do.
With more gameplay.
Now.
I don't know if
And
it'll
I'm
happen, but put some co-op in there.
Boy, I
And we'll
thought
be good.
that the Order was gonna be like the freaking like steampunk version of Left 4 Dead. I was there. Make
Yes.
the Order 2 with some co-op, like my girl. Boy, woo!
We'll be playing
thought-
that. We'll be playing that like crazy. So I hope.
Man.
I mean, that's just another like wish list, you
That's a
know.
wish
But
list, like,
but yeah. And also, I got a donation on my stream. Thank you for the donation,
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I saw
GLM. Thank you.
I
Just
saw that.
wanted to thank him real quick. But yeah,
Somebody in my chat said Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. Fam.
They already said they weren't gonna
I'm
do
gonna
it.
tell you right now, my dude. Kingdom Hearts 3 ain't coming. Okay, that game ain't coming.
I don't know.
Ever?
That game.
Nah, it's coming.
It's coming in like 5 years.
What about? Well, look though. What if they show any Final Fantasy VII remake?
That ain't coming either. I've lost all hope on both of those games because did you see the press release or something about how you can expect to see those games in like 3 years, something like that? Fam.
Yeah.
Fam.
I know.
Fam.
Yeah. I think they
Bam.
showed it too early when it came to Kingdom Hearts.
That's one thing I don't like when developers do. Stop showing us stuff that I ain't gonna see for like 4-5 years, fam.
Yeah. Now 2-3 years. Alright, I'm cool with that. But 4-5.
I can do 2 years. You know that's my limit. Don't show me nothing 3 and more. Anyway, that's gonna make me mad, low key. All right, so let's move on. Like I hate that. Like they got us so hyped for Final Fantasy VII remake, and then they go come out with this old whack thing talking about we ain't gonna see this for like 3. Fam.
And that was 2 years ago, so that'll be 5 years.
Fam.
They should do it like this:
Okay.
show a teaser, the next year show gameplay, and then the game comes out the year
That's
after
how you
that.
supposed.
So
That's
it's like
how
2
you
years. 2 years time.
That's how you supposed to do it. That's how you. But fam. Okay, let's move on.
keep it
Because
moving.
we've been on here too long, and Erica got a husband. She got stuff to do. Okay.
It's all good. Go for it.
So the last person to go is Nintendo. They usually are the last person to go. And just something to note for those of you guys who don't know, they're not doing a live conference again this year. Like the last couple of years in a row, they've opted to do a direct instead. I personally don't care. I just want to see the information. But the thing to note about Nintendo's E3 this year is that they're going to have a what they're calling a Nintendo Spotlight. And it's going to be about 25 minutes long. And it's going to be all about the Nintendo Switch. Now, I know a lot of people are like really worried about the time. I don't really care because they had an April Direct that was like the same time frame pretty much, and they had a lot to show. So I'm like, I don't care. Just show me something. Just don't be trash. That's all I'm saying. So before I go into my whole spiel, what do you guys think you're gonna see at Nintendo's Direct? What do you want to see?
I'll go on this. Well, we know now that it's only going to be about 25 minutes, right? The spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be hopefully quick announcements, just like one right after the other. They're going to talk
Yeah.
about Mario. They have to.
That's coming this year.
Yeah, I know. So that's going to be like huge spotlight on Mario. Before I knew it was going to be a half an hour, I was predicting Metroid. I was predicting what else? Just a couple other things. But now I'm thinking, okay, I don't think those are going to happen, unfortunately. That's a wish list now. Forever, you know, that's going to be on my wish list. But yeah, they're probably just maybe going to... What else? What else is coming out this year? ARMS? I don't know if they'll...
They're not going to show Arms and Splatoon.
No.
'Cause
Yeah.
well, for one, they already had a direct about both those games.
Right.
And then two, they're going to have the Splatoon and the Arms tournament
True.
this on what is it, Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
So if there's any new Arms and Splatoon information, it's probably going to be announced during their tournament. So I wouldn't really expect any of that to be shown at the actual direct.
Okay, so I'm thinking what's left is like Xenoblade maybe. They might announce a port for maybe Smash coming.
I don't think that's coming.
But then I'm thinking with Mario, like they'd probably push that to next year.
Yeah.
I'm open to ports though, whatever it might be, because you know I didn't have the Wii U, so if they announce ports, I'm not gonna be mad about it. If
as
I
long
want,
as they bring new games, I don't mind ports.
yeah, just to kind of fill in the gaps, you know, and kind of lead us up to Mario. Mario is gonna be the big thing. My mind's going blank though. Remind me, like, what else do you think?
Okay, well, as
It's gonna
far as the
happen.
games that we know that's supposed to be coming this year, Xenoblade 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, some third-party games from Square Enix. Was it Dragon Quest 11, Project Octopath, Shin Megami Tensei 5 is supposed to be coming this year. As far as Nintendo stuff, I don't really know. Like I'm drawing a blank as well.
They've been super quiet, so
Oh, one more.
But they supposed to be talking about 2017 stuff, so we'll see.
Yeah, I thought of something, but I don't know if it'll be this year. From Software was on the list of developers
Yeah.
for Nintendo Switch, so they're gonna be there. I'm hoping they'll announce something for the Switch. I'm
If
hoping
they
it's a
make the
new.
Demon's Souls remastered, that's probably what's gonna happen.
that'd be dope though.
But the thing is, like, a lot of people think it's just gonna be Dark Souls 3 on the Switch, like a port.
They have it running on the Switch
Yeah.
already.
I
Which-
don't think that's a bad idea though.
It's cool, but like I already played it, so I want something that I want to play, you know? So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, for
Yeah.
me, everybody knows what I want to see from Nintendo. I just want to see Mario Odyssey. I mean, I'm just being real with you. I want to see Mario Odyssey. That game looks freaking.
I mean,
Oh.
it does, but
oh, I love that game. Was so dope. When I first saw it, I was like, "Yo, Mario 64 on steroids!" Yeah,
I'm glad they bring in that type of gameplay back. I will say that.
I'm happy for it. I love Mario 64. That's like one of my favorite Nintendo games. Like I love Mario 64. I played that game from sun up to sundown at my cousin's house.
That game definitely did set the bar.
Yes,
That's
like in it,
hilarious.
like in him in some like Timbo boots in New York City. That's
That's hilarious. Oh my
It's
god.
like GTA meets
yeah,
Oh
Mario.
my god. That's
yeah, man.
hilarious.
I'm looking forward to that. I actually want to see Fire Emblem. I
Fire
like
Emblem's gonna be hot.
Awakening. I thought Awakening was dope. I still
Yeah.
got um. They kind of made me mad when I didn't see a Pokemon for the Switch.
That ain't coming this year, fam.
I
No.
know. I'm
Maybe
just
next
saying.
year.
They need to do that. That drop.
Maybe.
You think it's flying off the shelves now? Put that Pokemon on there. Might not find one.
Yeah, for real.
Um, and maybe a new IP. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about Metroid? I don't know. They may
Uh,
tease it.
no, I don't think it's happening. I
I
wanted
know.
to, but
I got
I
something. I got something to say about that, but I'm gonna wait for y'all to. I'm gonna wait for y'all to be done.
Nia been wanting that for the longest. She was like, "Man, it better not be no Donkey Kong, man. I don't want no Donkey."
It's trust me, it's not Donkey Kong.
because retro. I mean, they do have a game. Do you think they'd show it? It's time,
I
right?
think,
Like,
I think it's highly likely.
okay, so it
All
could
right,
it could be
well,
Metroid then.
all right, let me tell y'all what I think. Okay, like okay, this is what I'm just gonna put out what we won't see because I don't want nobody out here getting their hopes up. This is what you're not gonna see. Okay, you're not gonna see the online stuff.
Mhm.
Because the reason why I say that is because after that whole backlash about the whole headset situation, which is trash by the way, now I hope that they're delaying it to fix it. They delayed it to 2018, so the paid service is not coming until 2018. I think what's going to happen is since they delayed it, they're going to dedicate, excuse me, like a whole separate directs at some point throughout the year for that stuff. Like you're not going to see that at E3 this year. If they talk about it, it might be in the treehouse because that's when they're going to go in depth about stuff. Um, you're not going to see it. Sorry. Let's see. You're not going to see any Splatoon or ARMS because of what we mentioned before. Yeah, the chat app is going to get a demo in the summertime this year, but like the paid service, which is going to be the full deal, is not coming till 2018, Lasia. So just so you know. What else? You're not going to see Pokemon this year. So to those of you guys who are disappointed by the Pokemon Direct, because we're getting Pokken Tournament instead of a mainline Pokemon, guess what? You ain't going to see it this E3 either. So you just got to wait. I do think that next year is going to be the year that we see a mainline Pokemon for the Switch. Because y'all have to remember, like, as much as we like to champion the Switch as like a really good handheld, which it is, the 3DS still has 60 million plus users. They have to satiate that audience before they eventually move on. I think next year is going to be when they officially wean themselves off of the 3DS. The Switch by that time will have a bigger install base. We'll start seeing more mainline stuff like Pokemon on the Switch. We're already seeing it right now with Fire Emblem because the new Fire Emblem is coming in 2018. So that's my theory. What I think we will see, I think we're gonna see Monster Hunter Double Cross get a Western localization announcement. I think that's happening because right now we know that Monster Hunter Double Cross is coming to the Switch, but so far it's only been announced for Japan. I think it's coming to the West, and we'll find out about that at E3. I think that we'll get some trailers about games that we already know. Like we're gonna get an official trailer for Fire Emblem Warriors. So they'll probably show like characters, like how they're gonna actually do the combat system, because unlike any other like Warriors games, this game is gonna actually utilize the weapon triangle that you see in Fire Emblem, like axes, magic, the lancers, stuff like that. So they're gonna actually use the weapon triangle in this game, so it's gonna have a little bit more strategy into it instead of just like a straight up hack and slash. They're gonna show more Xenoblade 2. Lord, I know they're gonna show more Xenoblade 2 because that game's supposed to come this year. They say. I think we're gonna see a trailer for the Zelda story DLC. Like that's coming this year in the fall, so I think we're gonna see that. And I think that they just kind of go through all the information they're gonna go through in this direct is gonna be like rapid fire trailers, like they did with the April direct. And then more in-depth gameplay and stuff like that is going to be shown at the Treehouse right after. I think that we're gonna see some more Japanese games. Like we're gonna probably see some more footage of Shin Megami Tensei 5. There's a very high possibility that we might see some Unreal Engine 5. I mean, not Unreal Engine 5, Unreal Engine 4 Japanese games like Tekken, because Nintendo is real cozy with Japanese developers right now. Like Square is giving them mass support. Namco Bandai is giving them mass support. Capcom is giving some support. They kind of toe dipping, but they're giving some support. And Tecmo Koei is giving them mass support right now in Japan. They just haven't been localized yet, the games that they have. I think that there's also a possibility that they might, like if Square Enix decides to show some more Dragon Quest 11 this year, we're probably gonna see some of that at Nintendo show as well. As far as Western third-party support, we ain't gonna see that. Nintendo still gotta prove themselves to the West. You ain't gonna see nothing from the West. Anything that you see from the West is gonna be stuff we already know about, like NBA 2K, FIFA. We might get COD, because I mean, even the Wii U got Call of Duty. But as far as like stuff like other than that, and like Payday, which is coming, and Skyrim, you ain't gonna see none from the West. Like, let's keep it funky, okay? And I think that there might be a short indie reel. And if they don't show an indie reel during the show, or like a trailer during the show, it's gonna for sure be at the Treehouse, because indies are supporting the Switch hard body because it's easy to develop for, and it's like cheap. Like the dev kits are like cheap. And I think that all of that's gonna be rapid fire, and then Mario is gonna get probably like the most time at the show because that game is coming this year. Mario Odyssey is their banger for the year, so you know for sure you're gonna see a lot more of that than any other game that's probably gonna be shown within that 25 minutes. And they're likely for sure gonna go ham with Mario at the Nintendo Treehouse. Also, I think there's a possibility, and this is just like I guess a part of my wish list as well, is like we might get at least a teaser trailer on whatever Retro Studios is working on. I think Retro Studios is either working on a Metroid or a new IP, because they've been sitting on a game for like,
it's been years, right? Like a lot.
They've been sitting on a game since like 2013 that they've been wanting to show, but then they'll hold off, then they'll want to show, then they'll hold off, then they'll want to show, and then they'll hold off. I think this year is gonna be the year that they finally show that game.
Has to
Shout
be.
outs to the homies in the chat, PFG, Gamer Lives Matter, for the donations. You guys are so awesome, dude.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much for the support, man. I appreciate that. I feel the love. What else do I want them to see? I want them to show Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing fans deserve an Animal Crossing.
I forgot
Show
about
them an Animal Crossing.
How long is it? Didn't one come for the Wii U? Right?
Man, that wasn't no Animal Crossing game. It had Animal Crossing in the name, but that wasn't no Animal Crossing game.
Hey man, I don't know. I remember
that game was hot garbage.
Oh,
the Animal Crossing community
hot
deserves an Animal Crossing, like a real Animal Crossing game.
Earthbound? Anybody?
Earthbound ain't never coming back.
People go hard on Animal Crossing, don't they?
Animal Crossing is like one of those bangers that you wouldn't expect to really be bangers, but they bangers. People go ham for Animal Crossing, man. I think that don't expect to see anything outside of 2018 except for maybe like a teaser, because they remember Nintendo has Nintendo Directs. They have about 4 Directs a year, so like they're gonna show some stuff at E3, but they might save some other stuff for like another Direct. So that's what I think. And this really hurts my soul, but there's a possibility that they're gonna show that Mario Rabbids RPG. I don't want this to be real. I'm just gonna keep it funky with y'all.
I think it's real.
I think want this to be real, but I have a feeling it's real.
Oh no!
I think
I don't
is.
want it to be real.
I want to see it though.
If the gameplay is fire, I might be able to give it a pass. But I hate the Rabbids. Like the Rabbids are like the video game version of like the Minions to me. Like that's just keeping it funky with you.
On a regular RPG Mario game, huh?
Not even gonna lie, I had that Rabbids game on the original Wii.
Chill, Erica. Oh my God.
I don't even remember buying it or like what possessed me to buy it. I just remember I had it.
You're fired. Chill. But if the gameplay exposed. If the gameplay is anything like they're saying that it is, it might be okay. Because like people are saying that the gameplay is supposed to play like a strategy game like XCOM. I'm okay with that actually, because y'all know I go hard for strategy. I love strategy games, and if it's like that, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? If it's like the old Mario RPG games, I'm cool with it. I'm just not a fan of the mascots in the game, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Mario RPG.
As far as what I want to see, Pikmin 4. Okay, y'all know I want to see Metroid or a new IP. I just want to see whatever Retro Studios is working on. I know for a fact it's not Pokemon because they've been hiring a lot of people that specialize in like action games. Like they just hired on a new composer who specializes in action games. He worked on like Deus Ex and he worked on like some other action games. So I know it ain't Donkey Kong, because if it was Donkey Kong, they would have just hired David Wise, who does the music for Donkey Kong Country and Returns, and Tropical Freeze as well. He worked on Tropical Freeze as well. So I know it's not Donkey Kong. I really wish that they would throw us a bone and at least talk about the app, but I know for a fact that's not happening this year or at this direct in general.
No.
But that's really what I want to see, just Pikmin, Metroid, or whatever Retro's working on in this online thing. Like that's all I care about. Laser2, shout outs to Laser2 for the donation. Oh my god, you guys are awesome today. She says hashtag Team Hopes.
Man, send those people my way, Nia.
Right? For real. Like,
I'm just playing.
Like we all gonna eat. You feel me?
Well,
So,
exactly.
Where's my donation box?
You know, where's Crunk Girl donate? Crunk Girl, go to Crunk Girl's channel.
Put
I think she got a PayPal.
Yeah, put your PayPal in the chat.
Yeah, put your PayPal.
Yeah, but
that's what I think we're gonna see from Nintendo.
it's gonna be interesting.
Some of this stuff is just kind of. I think they're just gonna rapid fire trailers like they did in April. I don't know if y'all saw the April Direct, but that's what they did. Like they didn't really do a lot of talking. They just rapid fire trailers.
I just saw the Nindy one. It was just like one right after the other. It was awesome. So I hope they do like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think they're gonna do.
Because otherwise,
yeah.
No, go ahead.
Even though I really did enjoy the Robot Chicken one from 2014, like the Robot Chicken joint was funny.
Those puppets though, you didn't like the puppets? 2015.
I liked the puppets when they did the little walk down the hallway when they went to go get Miyamoto and then they went to go get Reggie. Like that was cute. I like that. And then I liked the part when they turned into the Star Fox characters. And then everything after that was just like trash. So I like
that was legit the highlight from the 2015.
Because that was funny. Like I like when they do funny stuff like that. But like the direct in general was trash. So it's like I just blocked everything out of my mind. Like I lost my soul after I saw that direct, and that's what it was. Yeah. Oh. But that's pretty much what I think about Nintendo. Of course, I have the most to say about Nintendo because I follow them the most out of everybody. But
is there anything we missed?
Huh?
I'm trying to think. Is there anything we missed? Because everybody are having some people aren't having directs.
Oh, okay.
You didn't say anything about Devolver.
I didn't really waste time with Devolver. Not saying that Devolver's not.
I don't know what they would do. So,
but nobody's coming to the stream to hear us talking about Devolver.
I mean, Hotline Miami 3 or something. I don't know.
I acknowledge them. I was like, yeah, they have their own show this year. That's what's up.
I just know I'm an old school Nintendo fan, so I'm just now coming back. I did not buy the Wii U. I was like, hell no. Just the principle of it and things that were going on. Now I'm back. So I'm just really curious what they're going to do for someone like me and what's going to appeal to me. So I'm waiting. I'm trying to keep my expectations low, but at the same time, give me something nice,
Well, one thing I can say is Nintendo has shown that they're willing to be risky with new stuff. Like ARMS, like they're really making a big deal out of ARMS right now.
Yeah.
Even though ARMS is not everybody else's, some people don't like fighters and stuff.
Yeah.
But like they're showing that they're trying to make it like the next big thing. Like they're trying to make it like a new Smash, basically the way that they're marketing it. So
I think it's going to be a hit. Yeah. I think it'll be a hit. It already kind of is.
And they did the same thing with Splatoon. And Splatoon was a success for them, and now we have a second one. So.
But don't you ever think about how ironic it is? All these multiplayer games coming out,
And
the-
there's no like online infrastructure. Yeah, that's mad ironic, right?
That's the crazy thing.
Mad
Like,
ironic.
I could see if it was just a bunch of single player games, and okay, yeah, get that online coming later. But no, these games are coming out right
They're
now.
coming right now, and we still have to deal with disconnects of Mario Kart. That's all I'm saying.
That, and we can't even send text messages. We can't. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
Facts. Oh yeah, and people are saying in the chat, there's that whole thing. Platinum Games is making a new Nintendo Switch game. Like, is that gonna be Bayonetta 3 or what?
Ooh,
I don't know.
I want them to port the other one, Bayonetta 2.
Bayonetta 2 is good. I liked it.
Yeah, I want to play it.
And
Bring
apparently
all
there's
those
that
games.
rumor going around that Beyond Good and Evil 2 game is supposed to be coming to the Switch if they make it. I guess if that's even a thing. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's been a rumor that's been floating around for a long time. So it's like either it's true or it's not.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I think that's it for us, man. Thank you guys for coming through and hanging out with us. Is anything that you guys want to say before we get up out of here?
Were we gonna still pick like who we think's gonna
That's
win,
right.
or we were gonna do something? I forgot where you were gonna do.
Who do we think is gonna have a better show? How do you think that each company is gonna fare overall? I guess with the fans.
I have a couple questions too from my chat. I don't know if you have time, but real quick, are we buying the Scorpio? Someone asked it a
No.
long time ago.
Nope.
I'm not. Most likely, I'm like 90% sure I'm not buying it at launch. But the future, I could.
I know for a fact I'm not buying
Future
it.
I'll pay, but the launch, hell no, not right now.
Unless it's
But
like
if they show me some
$2.99.
crazy games, I really would think about it. Even though I'm not the hugest Microsoft fan, but if they show some really, really good games, I may think about it. Because my brother, he's an Xbox fan, so I know he'll probably get it.
I know for a fact I'm not buying it. As long as they continue doing that, was that Windows cross-platform stuff?
Yeah, play anywhere.
I'm not buying it. Nope, not buying it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to.
I don't
can
blame
just
you.
keep it on.
I gotta see it. I gotta see what's going on with it. I gotta see the games. So, but anyways, about the conferences, like who do we think?
Who do
Oh.
you think is gonna have a better show?
Damn, I don't know. Jalisa, who do you think? Sony?
It's between Sony and Microsoft, but I don't know if Bethesda show anything that has anything to do with Elder Scrolls. They may take it from everybody.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
If they come out with a new Elder Scrolls and it's not online, it's like an actual full length, this regular game.
Yeah.
They may steal E3 from everybody, like Fallout.
You know what's funny? One year, like some people be sleeping on like these third party shows, but at 1 year, Ubisoft was killing everybody. I forgot what year that was.
It might be.
It might have been 2015, I think. Ubisoft was killing everybody, fam. Like they bodied that E3.
Yeah, I don't know if they. I wouldn't say they bodied Sony though, but they had a great E3
At
because
2015, I don't know,
do
fam.
you know what they showed 2015? That was
What year was that? Like, what did they show
that
that
was when
year?
they finally released and was like, we making a Final Fantasy 7 and had BG out there in the
Oh, Sony. Yeah, I was there. I was sitting
Yeah.
right in front of him.
Yeah, that was when Erica was there.
Yeah, BG. They were all loud. Him, Hip Hop Gamer, all of them.
They were definitely a contender that year, though.
Oh no, I
Like,
was
they had some bangers. Like they had some bangers that year.
when they showed the Division. That was the new IP that stole the whole show.
Yeah. That was the year that everybody was like, yo, it's gonna be dope.
And last year was Bethesda when they showed Fallout 4, and then
Yeah.
that joint came out the same year.
Really,
Yeah,
when you
true,
think about
true.
it, though, like it's pretty subjective. Like, it's whatever's gonna appeal to you more and gonna, win for you.
Yeah.
But as
Yeah.
far as like the consensus, everybody's gonna be praising Sony. Like that's gonna happen, no matter
Yeah.
no matter what they show. That's just
Last year-
how it goes.
Last year, even though Sony showed what they showed, a lot of people was like, Nintendo with Zelda, that's all they needed to see.
Yeah, like I
That's
said, I mean, it
true.
just depends
But
on
it just
on
depends
you.
on the person, you know?
Yeah.
It depends on the person.
Sony did have a great show last year, though, and they,
Yeah.
from what Sean Layton said again, they're gonna do the same thing they did last year with the pacing. So that means we're gonna see a whole lot of games and no talking.
Gamer Lives Matters asking what games will you guys all play together? I don't know.
What games are coming out that we can play together?
The only system we all have is PS4, right?
I have a PS4.
We all have different taste in games.
It'd have to
for
be
the
on the PS4. I don't know. I haven't
It
been playing a lot
depends.
of
Whatever, I
online.
mean, whatever games come out that we can play together.
The same
Battlefront?
day. I think Destiny 2 beta may drop.
Oh, we ain't playing that trash. Come on. Come
I'm not
on.
playing that on console. I'm sorry. Whatever.
No, I'm saying the beta may drop, so that'll be.
You have to pre-order like you did last time, like I
Yeah,
did.
you gotta
Pre-ordered it 2
pre-order.
years before the game came out.
Well, it's coming out.
The
this
hype
year,
was
so-
real during that beta, though. The hype was
Bro.
real. I was caught up.
Bruh.
Well, I
I pre-ordered Destiny 1 2 years before that joint
Oh, I
came
remember
out.
that.
Beta.
I remember
bruh,
that.
I played the beta and I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't feel it.
I remember
game-
that.
I passed.
I will say this: the game has grown. They have put a whole Bungie.
I mean, that's great and everything, but like, you know what I'm saying? Launch with a great game.
true.
Thank you, Gemini, for the donation. You're awesome.
I'm trying to think. What? I don't know.
Anything
Because all of us
soon.
don't like
I
the
don't
same.
know.
Yeah. Well, let's get off that because that's like a little side topic. As far as who I think is gonna have a better show, I think it's a strong possibility that Microsoft might come and sideswipe everybody.
It's possible.
Like, I think that a lot of people are so focused on the fact that they're gonna be actually unveiling the Scorpio this year, and like, you know me, I always root for the underdog. So I feel like when it comes down to Microsoft, they know that their backs are against the wall. They know they have a lot to prove. Sometimes Phil Spencer kind of scared me with some of the positions he takes sometimes on Twitter. But I think they might actually show us some stuff that we kind of want to see this year, aside from the Scorpio. I don't care about no Scorpio. As far as games, I think they might actually show some stuff that we might want to see.
Right.
Or at least convince us on some games that maybe we weren't too keen on. Like, I know a lot of people aren't really looking forward to Crackdown because, let's be honest, that franchise doesn't really have the best reputation. But
Right.
there's a possibility that they actually tried their hardest for Crackdown to fix everything that was wrong with the series and just come through. You never know, man. You never know.
It'll be interesting. Anything can happen. I'm just kind of like
Yeah.
open for everything. Like,
Yeah.
I just
saying
want to see some games.
I just want to see games from everybody. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
I
But
do too. But I'm
we
a
were
Sony-
we were saying it earlier, right? Ubisoft is always coming with surprises too. Like, I feel like
Ubisoft be coming with some people sleep on these
Yeah.
third-party conferences, man.
Yeah, I feel like all
Ubisoft
of
be
these.
coming with some bangers.
Yeah, even EA could have something we're just like, whoa, we
True.
we have no idea. So
We still don't know what the new BioWare IP is
Yeah.
like what that's gonna be
That
about.
thing could
Shout out
be-
to Trey, man, for the donation, man. I appreciate it. He says great podcast, ladies.
nice. Thank you guys for the
Nice.
support.
Yeah,
Like-
the support is really nice.
We're like wrapping up right now. I don't see any more questions really.
Yeah.
People are saying Sony on my end. They're like, Sony's gonna win.
I think Sony's gonna win the consensus because
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, regardless if you like Sony or not, they're in a good spot. Like they can coast this E3 and be Gucci. Like,
Yeah.
just keep it
It's gonna be solid. Like you already know. Like it's gonna be solid.
Yeah.
It could be great. I think, like you said, Microsoft backs against the wall. They could go hard and maybe really really surprise us.
Yeah,
So I'm excited. We'll
right.
see what's up.
I'm going for Sony. I think if Naughty Dog does show Last of Us 2, I don't care what nobody else shows. I'm gonna be real with you.
I don't think we're gonna see Last of Us 2 this year, to be honest.
That game is
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh man, I can't wait for Last of Us 2.
Here's
But-
what I think is gonna happen with Last of Us 2. I think they either gonna save it for PSX
They may.
or they might just wait until next year.
They may. I'm just saying. I mean, and then I don't know, man. It's just so many you don't knows. Like, and then when Sean
Right.
Legend says Japanese games and such, and I'm like, well, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah.
But we'll see.
And you know what's the best part is like all these we don't knows is because there hasn't been a lot of leaks. So like
That's a great
this is
point.
awesome because we're going into this thing like
Oh,
anything could happen.
Don't say too fast because last year
Oh my God! Don't even jinx it, Jaleesa.
I'm just saying I saw Microsoft's whole thing like before E3.
All
I
of
saw
us,
that
well, I think I did too. Like there was a lot of
E3.
leaks last year, and this year it's been really quiet for the most part.
Oh,
That's
Lot.
so true.
We ended.
That's so true.
Anybody see Game Informer and see the leak of Bully 2? And then they
I
took
saw that. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
If that's on PlayStation stage, oh man.
People are gonna get hype for that game. That would be crazy.
I forgot to say something about that. I remember.
There's a couple. There's some rumors floating around and stuff like that, but there hasn't been like the whole conference leaked. You know what I mean? Like Microsoft that one year, that was nuts.
Last year, I think it was Z-Hug from Twitter. He leaked like their whole freaking conference.
Yeah,
and
it was him.
Step for step when everything was coming. Like we knew I knew Scorpio was coming at the end. What games? All of that.
I might have to unfollow that guy just for this weekend. Yeah, I just thought of that right now.
Like the Slim, the Xbox S, One S, it leaked before the whatchamacallit.
Yep, I remember that.
Show. So it was like it took the oh my god moment out of that. So
yep,
we need like a backwards compatibility moment from Microsoft. Something
they probably will do that. I think that they will. I think they will continue on that.
They need to. I think they've been doing the not the games and stuff like that, but when it comes to like when they brought where you can buy a game digitally and then you can get money back for it, and the Game Pass, and I thought all of those were great ideas. They got Mixer now, so I don't know what they're gonna do with Mixer when it comes to Scorpio, but they're trying their hardest to build that.
Yeah, they're really trying hard to push Mixer.
So they just rebranded that too because it was big.
Yeah. I think that actually might be a dope service. It kind of actually makes me want to look into like what is this even about, you know?
I heard there's better latency than Twitch.
Yeah, there's no delay. It's it's live. It's growing right now too. Like if you want to start streaming, you could potentially like really grow if you like jump on it now, because it's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and more competition.
You can co-op stream, which is dope.
Yeah, like all of us could play and have all of our screens on one page, which is pretty cool. What do you guys just to kind of close out this podcast or whatever? Xbox One X, you think that is going to be called that?
It better
Xbox One X.
Yeah, that's
Xbox One X.
X, yeah, like X.
No.
I would rather.
I don't know.
Terrible.
That's the only name that kind of makes sense though, to me, from all the rumored names.
I can see Xbox One Elite or something like that.
But they already got it.
Yeah, they used that already.
They used it already, and they got the logo already because they trademarked the logo. It's like a S with a swipe in the middle, something like that.
Yeah, but they're saying that's Microsoft. It doesn't mean it's really Xbox. It could be, but it could be like for Surface or anything.
I don't know. It's too close to E3, so
that's true too.
We'll find out in 2 days.
Yeah,
low key.
I saw that. So,
low key, I kind of want it to be true. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet, because you have Xbox One S, Xbox One ends with the E, and then Xbox One X. They're dirty minds over there at Microsoft.
Oh my goodness!
If that's really the name.
You know people will troll with that. You get ammo, Erica.
Also, X stands for 10, which is kind of like Windows 10. So I don't know. It could be.
It may. I think that's actually. Once I think about it, that may
I'm
be.
Curious about that name, but
it's don't enable this. It's dumb.
Yeah, we could close it out if you want. I don't know if you want to.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Yes. Thank you guys so much for coming through to another episode of Boss Lair. This was level 7 of Boss Lair. If you guys enjoy Boss Lair, don't forget to go to She Attack TV on YouTube, and you can go and look for the Boss Lair playlist. We do this about once a month. Whether or not we do this more regularly just kind of depends on if our schedules allow that. But for the most part, you can expect us to come and talk about some stuff about once a month. Make sure you check out all of our individual channels. Make sure you check out our individual Twitters, and all of that stuff should be on the video, on the overlay about our Twitters and stuff like that. Make sure you go and check out our Patreon, donate so that we could do this show more often and kind of make it a little bit more spiffy for you if you so choose. Also, don't forget that we have a shirt shop. So if you want to wear our branding on your bodies, if you love us that much, you are very welcome to go and check out our shirt shop at shop.spreadshirt.com/sheattack. Thank you guys again for coming through. I'm gonna let my my team members give their outros. Elisa, go ahead and give your outros. Let the people know where they can find you.
Oh, it was great. Had a fantastic time with these predictions. E3 starts tomorrow. It is Christmas. So all of the community rejoice. We finna get new games and oh man, this is the favorite time of the year. Y'all can catch me on Twitter. I'm at crunkgirl711. Also, I should be live streaming tomorrow, so I'll probably have a hangout on my channel for EA's conference. So y'all can look forward to that. I'm thinking it's gonna either be on mine or What's Up PlayStation channel. So we'll be doing that. And also y'all can hit my PSN at crunkgirl711 if y'all trying to play. So yeah.
All right, Erica, why don't you go ahead and give your outro?
All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out, everybody in my stream. This will be on my YouTube, so if you've listened this long, thank you guys for the support. Where can you find? Well, you can find me here. I'm on YouTube. Erica's for the win. Also on Twitter. Twitter's gonna be hot during E3, so you know we're gonna be going in. I believe I might be doing some live reactions with Press Start, maybe for Sony's conference. It's not set in stone, but that's kind of like the only conference I'm available to do that. So I might be on there, so keep a lookout. And that's about it. Thanks, you guys.
All right, of course, you guys know I'm Nia Pierce, aka the Video Game Her on my personal channel. If you guys are watching me on my personal channel, you can find me at youtube.com/the Video Game Her. I'm also the Video Game Her on Twitter, Nia Loves Ninty on Twitch. So that is the conclusion of our show. Thank you guys again for the support. You guys have been so lovely tonight. Make sure you keep up with us, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Laters.
Later.
Okay.